Okay, guys, you're very welcome to this very special edition of Dave's LFC Chats. I've got my mate Keith Hanley with me, super red. Keith, how are you, Keito?
All right, not bad for a Wednesday in lockdown.
That's crazy. I know we won't even go there. Won't go anything to do with coronavirus. But huge game the weekend, Keith. I mean, you Liverpool, it's always big, but I just think there's an extra bit of added spice to this one this weekend. What do you think?
I don't. I suppose in the context of how the league is going to pan out, I don't think it is massive. But I suppose as supporters, it's massive
Yeah.
because we haven't had a kind of a match like this with both teams top of the league, kind of supposedly going for a championship. So it does add a huge amount of spice. Will it determine where the league goes? But it's going to give one or the other team a really good boost. And we probably need that boost a lot more than they do, to be honest with you,
Yeah,
at the moment.
yeah. I mean, they're 3 points ahead of us. I mean, if they were to win, 6 points ahead, and we'd still have to go to Old Trafford as well. That way, City are up behind us as well. I mean, they're winning 1-0. I think it's in injury time against Brighton. They'll probably win that. They'll be a point behind us with a game in hand. So it's even Leicester. I think Leicester are level with us. I mean, it's going to be crazy.
City look good. City look like they're grinding out results. They don't look like they're in too much trouble.
Yeah.
They look like they're back playing the way they were before their kind of early season blips. They seem to have sorted out whatever they need to sort out. We just need to sort out whatever we need to sort out sooner rather than later. To be honest with you, starting the weekend.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this could be a Kickstarter for us, couldn't it? This could be a Kickstarter for us.
I wasn't overly impressed with United last night, if I'm being honest. I watched the match. They huffed a lot of the ball, never looked like scoring, to be honest with you, really. They've got a deflected goal, and then, there was a lot of chances the other end, with a decent striker. That could have easily resulted in a draw. I wasn't blown away by them, wasn't impressed with them, really. I thought Pogba had a fantastic game, but, he's going to run hot and cold to the end of the season. I don't think he can string that many games together playing at that level. He was great last night, don't get me wrong, he was fantastic, but everybody else was average, So
that's true. I mean, I seen them last week against City in the League Cup set. They were absolutely pissed on. City outpassed them, outfought them. I mean, maybe they're just punching above their weight at the moment. I don't know, but it's still a tricky game, Keith. It really is. A lot of people are apprehensive about it. They are dangerous going forward, of course, and our defence is a bit iffy at the moment, unfortunately, without Van Dijk and Gomez. And the news is that Matip mightn't be available. I'm just hoping.
I don't think he's going to be available. He didn't train today. And
he didn't train today.
2 full training sessions before he goes in. Listen, it's Wednesday. I don't know how many more full training sessions they have before Sunday. They could fit 2 in. Could be a bit of possum going on. I don't know. Listen, I think he's probably more doubtful than he is going to play. But listen, on the flip side, United have had a lot of games with very little rotation. They have to have a lot of players in the red now at the moment. You could see a lot of early injuries from them. I think if we go out hard, really up the tempo from the first half, would they be able to live with us for 90 minutes? I don't think they would, to be honest with you. They look leggy towards the tail end of the of the game. So I think it'll be all about tempo for us. I think we need to get on the ball, move them around left, right, and centre, high tempo. And I think if we do that, and it's a relatively tight game, and they don't get a couple of goals up on us, I think we probably have enough in the final third. But again, it's going to all boil down to taking our chances, being clinical in the final third.
What do you think if Matip doesn't play, which it looks likely? Would you play Reece Williams or Nat Phillips? Now, I wouldn't play Henderson back there again. I don't think that worked at all.
No, I don't think you can do that. And I think if we need to start opening teams up, we need to have Thiago further forward. So you put Henderson back in. You're looking to play Thiago as a 6, and then you're playing Ronaldo and somebody else with him. And to be honest with you, that means Thiago is pretty much receiving the ball with his back to play. And I think he's easier to mark. He's a fantastic player. But he's easier to mark. He's easier to apply pressure to. So if they get one of their central midfielders to apply pressure on him every time he receives the ball, he's rendered relatively ineffective. Until you move him forward. So I think you have to leave Henderson in the middle of the park. You probably have to put Henderson as the 6 with Wijnaldum. And then play Thiago and almost let Thiago just get on the ball, like Fernandes will be for United.
Let him roam.
Let him roam. Let him get on the ball. Let him be effective where he thinks he's going to be effective. I think when we don't have the ball, if you can keep Fernandes quiet, doesn't look like there's a huge amount coming out of him, to be honest with you, you know.
Yeah, no, that's true. I mean, you could play Hendo and Gini really, helping that back four, especially if young Reece Williams is in or whatever, besides Fabinho, and then as you say, let Thiago just roam, feed the front three type of thing, and the fullbacks. I mean, that would be the option. I'd say that's one of the reasons in Klopp's head. I really do. I think that's the team, actually. I think you'd play Henderson, Gini, and Thiago in the middle. He has to.
Yeah. And you're probably looking at then one of Phillips or Williams, to be honest with you. Maybe Phillips might be the call. I don't know. Particularly at set pieces with Maguire getting up. It's dangerous, you know.
A bit more experience as well. I mean, Reece Williams is only 19, you know.
He's only 19, yeah. So I think he might start, to be honest with you. But I also don't like 4-2-3-1 the way we played it this season. I think it'd be muck every time we played it, you know.
Yeah.
That was the Jota in the side when we tried it. That looked to be the natural, you know, with Jota in, that looked to be the natural formation, but it hasn't worked, and we've been poor execution in that formation. So I don't know. I think we just need to. We're at home. We have to go for it. We've got to go for the win. I think you allow Thiago to get on the ball and do what he can do in the area. Dictate. Get on the ball. Keep the momentum going. Keep the passing going, and then when he's on the ball in around the final towards maybe pick out a pass.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's exactly what I was thinking. I think it'll be fairly stable team. I mean, we'll need a few big players to turn up. The front three have got to turn up. I think if they do turn up, we'll beat
two of the three. So at the moment, you're getting one turning up, and it's typically Mane, and he's typically got two players on him every time he receives the ball. You know, teams are allowing Salah to have the ball out wide because he's not really doing an awful lot. He can't pick out a pass. He's not going to dribble through 3 or 4 players, and he's got, he's going to bend the worldly into the top corner one every 15, 20 matches or something like that. So it's easy enough to defend against, you know, and Bobby's coming short and he's trying to link up the play. So we don't really have that, you know, that option through the middle. So if you allow Thiago to go forward, it takes a little bit of the pressure off Firmino to be the main link creative man, and he can maybe concentrate in his own game a little bit more, get himself into the positions and just go, listen, I'm going to score here tonight, and allow the rest of the team to do the other stuff. You know, I think that's what we're going to do.
Yeah, as you say, I mean, we've a unbelievable record at home. April 2017. I know it has to end sometime, but hopefully not this weekend against our biggest rivals, of course. But I think we'll turn up, Keith. We've had a nice rest. There's no excuses of being tired. I mean, United have played twice more than we have. They played Watford the weekend, and then they played like last night. I mean, we didn't. You know what I mean? There's no excuses.
No, the only thing you worry about is our win percentage after a long layoff, which is like 43%.
It's bad. Yeah, it's bad.
We don't do long layoffs. I think
no.
We're having a game every 5 or 6 days thrown around. But listen, again, those are just stats, and stats don't really give you the full.
Yeah.
I suppose.
I mean, if you can't be up for this game, Keith, if you can't be up for this game, you shouldn't be playing the game. And all the Liverpool players, we're the champions, so United don't like us being champions. It's as simple as that. They'll want to put a statement out on Sunday. There's no doubt about it. And we got to be ready for them.
Listen, likewise, United would be probably more than happy to take a draw away from Anfield, and just that kind of curry the way they approach the game, the way they play. Are they going to sit in, reduce the amount of space that we have and look to catch us on the counter-attack? They may choose to do that. They may not, but I think a draw for them is still absolutely fine. It keeps them 3 points ahead of us, and it's one of those big games out of the way for them.
So that's true.
I think it's on us to go there and make a statement. If we don't come out with a positive result, as in a win, you would have to be concerned about us.
Yeah. I think we got to win. I don't think a draw is no good anymore, Keith. We've had 6 draws. The draws are killing us.
Yeah.
A draw, as you said, is good for the away team. They're 3 points ahead. It's up to us. We're the champions. We're at home. It's up to us to win the game. They can take the draw. They'll be happy. So anything other than a win, I think. I don't care how we get it. An OG in the 95th minute, Maguire square head. I don't care how we get it. But I just would have likened Jota even there on the bench. Just that extra bit of spice. And he's looking like he could be a week or 2 away. Just didn't make it. Maybe for the cup game, but we're missing him. We're missing Jota. We really are.
One of the other things I think the lads should probably do is maybe just go and every time we get either get a free kick or a throw in or even a goal kick, we should just hug and just making sure we're hugging absolutely everybody, hugging all the players. get the whole team called off for a month, wait for all the lads to come back, and then we can start it all over again.
Corona boys.
Corona boys. Yeah, just plenty of hugs, plenty of hugs. Get the whole team called off for a couple of months.
I do worry about that, them hugging each other, with goals, and at the end they're all kissing and shaking hands and all. I didn't think you would have been able to do that. But anyway. It's fucking crazy times we're living in. But I'll tell you what, we're doing it short and sweet. I'm happy with that. The thing for me, there's 2 or 3 big things this weekend. One, where he plays Thiago, as you said, he's got to play more forward. 2 is the centre half pair. Does Manutd come in and miraculously? It's still possible now. And who he plays there, I think, is key. I really do. He might play Rhys Williams because, he actually had a great game against Spurs, if you remember, at Anfield.
Yeah.
I have a feeling Rhys Williams might go ahead.
The only thing I'm slightly concerned about is his physical presence and set piece.
And his pace. He hasn't got much pace.
Neither of them have much pace, to be honest with you.
No.
Those 2 are blessed with pace. As for Beanie, wasn't blessed with pace either. Listen, we probably won't do it. We play the way we play, but taking 10 yards, just stepping them back 10 yards. Yeah. Listen, if we're dominating the play, and you've got Thiago going forward, do we need to press as high as we normally press? Can we give them another 10 yards? In other words, step off, or have even one of them step off?
Yeah.
I don't know, but we've got to be conscious of their pace up front.
Yeah, and Cavani as well is back, so that's another danger. But anyway, Keith, I'll tell you what, we leave it at that. I just hope the dream is a win. That's what I'm going to go 2-1 Liverpool. I've been saying it all week. I don't care how we win, to be honest. Predictions probably don't mean anything, but just to win the game, I think it's so important just to win and shut these Mancs up.
Yeah. It could be just a 1-0 from my perspective.
Yeah.
1-0, and I'd be absolutely delighted with that.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyway, we might even do another one before the game. There's going to be a lot of content coming. Thanks very much, Keith. Stay safe. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Cheers.